Hey everybody, welcome back to Phil's Gadget Review. I'm Phil. Today I've got a quick video for you. I'm actually in a hurry. I'm getting ready to walk out the door to go to work, but I have an Apple Watch 5. I know the 6 just came out and I just got mine a few months ago, but I'm okay with that. I like the features of the 5, but I need to get a screen protector on my watch. I always try and apply a screen protector to any of my digital goods because the screen's the first thing that's going to get scratched or cracked. And adding some kind of layer of protection just gives you a little bit more longevity out of it, helps hold the resale value of the device if the screen is in perfect condition or at least as good as you can keep it. And for my own peace of mind, I don't want to buy a watch that's hundreds of dollars and then scratch it right away by doing something silly. I'm always knocking into something. I'm not too klutzy, but I work in kind of a high-paced environment where I'm always around little jagged edges, you know, little things like wire ties that aren't trimmed right and things like that. So I'm reaching into racks of equipment and between wires, and I'm always reaching in where my watch could get scratched. So I always apply a screen protector to all my devices. That goes for my iPad, my iPhone, and my Apple Watch. I put one on here when I first got it, and the kit that I got, I was really excited about it because the reviews were great. However, like a lot of things you get online, the reviews weren't necessarily completely honest about what was going on. It came with, I think, 8 or 10 screen protectors in the package. It also came with an instructional video on YouTube on how to use it, and I thought, wow, that's perfect. This is exactly what I'm looking for. It's got multiple ones of them, so if I damage the screen protector, I've got some more I can apply. And the problem with that is that's not exactly why they give you so many. The reason they give you so many is because it was impossible to apply the thing. The first try I had, it was perfect. I got it on, it looked great. It seemed like it was the invisible shield kind of material. It was very thin though, and I wasn't too concerned about that because it did seem durable. It seemed like a strong material. It was pretty tricky to apply it. You kind of apply it by sticking it on with one layer and peeling the other layer off, and then you slowly kind of smooth it out. And the first time I nailed it. I got it perfect. And I thought, well, this is great. I'm going to have a bunch of extras, and inevitably I know, like any screen protector, that will get damaged, but it's protecting my watch. Within 24 hours, something I was doing on a job site required me to take my watch off just to be safe, and my watch was brand new, so I put it in my backpack, and in the front of my backpack, whatever it was in my backpack caught the edge of the screen protector, which doesn't run up to the very edge of my watch. As a result of it, it peeled it back. I thought, oh well, I took it out and I kind of smoothed it off, but it wasn't right. It needed to be replaced again. So I tried it and it didn't work. And the reason I say it didn't work is it was all crooked and jagged and it didn't go on smooth. There were bubbles, but like any good screen protector, you kind of get bubbles at first. Over like 24 hours, the bubbles kind of worked their way out, but it was crooked. So I did it again, and that one was crooked. And I did it again, and that one went on right. But I looked at the surface of it, and there were like all these weird marks. And I don't know if it was a manufacturing defect or what. Anyway, this video is not about talking about the one that didn't work. Ultimately, I think I went through every one of them, and on the very last one of the box of many, I got the one that's on here now. Unfortunately, that one over time did get kind of nicked on the edge here. And so today what we're going to do is we're going to replace it with the one I know works. That's the ArmorSuit, which I'll put a link in the description below on where you can find the ArmorSuit. This thing comes with a lifetime guarantee. I have used that lifetime guarantee. I know that it works. You do have to pay for shipping of them to ship you a new set of the films. However, I've never had a problem with it. I put the Amazon order number in there. I put my name, my address. I pay for their return shipping, which is a couple dollars, and they send you a new set of films. So the lifetime warranty works. ArmorSuit.com if you want to find out more information about all their products. But this one I purchased on Amazon myself just for this watch. And today we're going to see how it works. It comes with instructions, warranty information, films, and a squeegee, a spray bottle which kind of has the application solution, and it comes with a little clean microfiber cloth. So everything you need to do the installation. The only thing I recommend that you have along with this is a heat gun or a blow dryer. Be very careful if you are using a heat gun. And so we have here our watch, and I'm going to go ahead and turn it off. The reason I turn off a watch when I do a screen application, it makes it a little bit easier to see the top of it. Now I have a pretty cool little ring light here that you don't see that's lighting up my face in the set here, but it's perfect to have good lighting and a black screen on top of an Apple Watch when you're applying it, so you can see the coverage and whether there's bubbles in it or anything you need to do. So this currently has a screen protector on there, like the one I mentioned that was kind of faulty, and I'm gonna bravely remove it. So now my screen is unprotected. Here's the old one, and like I said, a lot of these screens protectors you'll find, it's pretty durable. It's a pretty strong material. That one, you know, I had to pull pretty hard to get it to tear, but the problem was the application, and that's why I think I like the ArmorSuit stuff better than anything. First thing I'm going to do is I'm going to take this solution and I'm going to kind of spray my fingers to get them a little wet. And I'm going to kind of go over the screen with the solution like that, and then wipe it off with the microfiber just to give it a nice clean surface. It should be a pristine, perfect surface right now because I've never had anything on here except for a screen protector. So this has not been worn in the wild without any protection. So we're going to give ourselves another squirt here, and I'm going to squirt the top of the watch a couple times. And I should have probably mentioned this before. I've already done it, but wash your hands before you apply this. You don't want anything greasy or sticky on your fingers when you're applying this. But I'm going to take one of the films, just like so, and carefully peel it off. And I'm just going to set it right on there. But basically, now that it's on there, I'm not going to do anything too special on there. I just want to get it in the right spot. And then you're going to squeegee onto it to get it flat. So I'm going to hold it with one finger just like that, and I'm just going to start to work it to where I get it flat like that. All the fluid does is really give it what it needs to move around. And once it's on the glass flat, you don't really need the fluid anymore, and you want to kind of squeegee that out from underneath of it. So I'm just going to work that a couple times, and then I'm going to hold it on there for a couple seconds with my hand and really try and get it adhered on there a little bit. It's okay if it peels up. The best part about this screen protector from ArmorShield is even if it peels up a little bit, you can kind of fix it while you're still in this step of the process. So we got it. What I'm doing now is I'm kind of starting to line it up. And if you get a couple little bubbles, like really tiny, don't worry about those. Those will kind of work their way out over the next 24 hours. I don't know if you can tell, but it's starting to get a little bit tacky under there, which is what you want. So now is the time to get the thing lined up where you want it to be. So we're gonna just keep moving it until we get it where we want it. At some point here, it will be right over the screen. Now this one seems like it is edge to edge, so you kind of want to get it right where you want it. If you're a little over to one side versus the other, squeegee in the direction that you want it to go, and then it will kind of stretch out and make its way to the edge there. Let's see here if I can. There we go. It's starting to settle in now. Now, this is where you're going to see that because the Apple Watch has a curved edge, it seems like you failed. It seems like, uh-oh, I haven't covered the whole thing and the edges are kind of sticking up. Don't panic. That's just how the screen protector sets in. At this point, what you have to do is kind of take your finger and just kind of work it down. And this is where you're going to have patience, and you're going to have to watch it. You're going to have to make little adjustments, and before long, you know, the edges will stay down. Now I brought out the heat gun here so that you can see how this works, but Sometimes when it's in this step, I'll go ahead and give it a little heat, just a little bit, just like that, and that's it. You don't want to go crazy with the heat here, or else you could damage the watch, or you could hurt yourself because the heat gun is hot. But I have to be careful with that thing because it gets really hot really fast. So I just keep working it down here, and you know, as I do that, it will kind of start to adhere on the edges. Any of the bubbles that are in there will kind of work themselves out. Don't panic if it starts to peel up somewhere. All you have to do is kind of push it down and it will all work out. There we go. This particular kit comes with a set of 6 films. So even if you make a mistake on the first one, or you don't like it, or you think there's too many bubbles, don't worry about it. Just start over. And you can even start over with the one that you've got if you think there's something underneath it or something not right. That's what's nice about this versus the solid glass, tempered glass, which is what I have on my iPad. My iPhone is a tempered glass screen protector. One little speck of dust and it stands out. If you do have something under here, even a little bubble, it kind of blends in. You don't really see it. And basically it's done. As I keep pressing on the little edges, they continue to come up, and I keep pressing them down. Eventually they will stay down. I'm probably the worst screen installer in the world. My wife is really good at it. She is the one who applies the screen protectors to the phones and the iPads in the houses because she has the patience of 1,000 people. And I appreciate her help very much in putting on the screen protectors. On the other hand, this one I'm able to do with very little effort. I also found that these are really durable. I never had an instance where I put this in my backpack or my bag and found that it was peeled off because something kind of caught on it. Once these are on there, and you do want to let them dry for a little while, but once these are on there, let's say within 24 hours, they're not going to peel off easily. It's going to take effort to get them off, and that's one of the best things. Now, ultimately, like any screen protector on a device, it will eventually wear out. You're going to need to replace it. The most recent versions of them, I have not found issues with discoloration so much. But on earlier versions of other brands, discoloration was a big problem. I think they're getting better in whatever formulas they're using for their protectants. Even these ones, they kind of do discolor over time, not because of the plastic, but because they're exposed to the elements. You know, if you're exercising, you're sweating around it a lot. All those things in the harsh environment that we live in are going to affect the plastic and the clarity of it and the color. I'm really happy with these. I'll put a link in the description below for the ArmorSuit one that I got for the Apple Watch 4 or 5. This is like I think this is the 44 millimeter Apple Watch 5. If you have any questions about them, go ahead and ask in the comments below, and I'll do my best to answer them. But ArmorSuit.com is their website. I purchased mine on Amazon, which is where the link will be in the description below for. But in the meantime, I'm really happy with this. I'm just about ready to go, and this thing's pretty much done. Not too much effort. I think I talked more about it than I actually did, as you can see. I'll have more reviews and unboxing videos here soon for you. I really appreciate you tuning in. If you liked the video, give me a thumbs up, and I hope you subscribe. I'm going to have a lot more videos coming up soon. Thank you. We'll see you soon.